Hello, everybody. Welcome into Chatting Town. Not Chatting Town, sorry. This is just a pre-record. Welcome into the match preview. So let's get that right. Welcome into the match preview. You know who I am. My name's Dan. And we're going to be joined tonight with Big Red Brid, who you also know. We're going to have a little chat about the game coming up on Saturday. But we're also going to have a little chat also about youth ambassadors. So we're going to do all of that. So without further ado, let's bring in my main man, Big Red.
Evening.
Evening.
How are we doing?
I'm all right, mate. You know, as you know, we both work together. It's been a bloody busy week.
Yeah. It has ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
Ready for the match against the Emley AFC or AFC Emley, whichever way you want to say it.
Either way, mate. You know, we might as well get straight into it. A team that got promoted last season.
Yeah.
And look like, you know, the real deal at the minute.
Yeah, well, they were a lot higher up, weren't they, in seasons gone by, and then they've dropped down and they look like the main business, and they're wanting to get back up there. So fair play to them. But I've been having a look at the recent string of results, and I don't think the current form going against where they are in the table against us really would paint the full picture. I know they beat Bentley last game 1-0. I think that was last night, or it might have been Tuesday night. But then I know they lost 2-0 to Garforth Town. Dunstan, I think, was a 2-2 draw.
Correct.
They had a 1-0 win at Eton Stannington, so that must have been a close affair. Obviously, we lost 2-0 to them, but that were closer than what the result suggested. And then, I think they lost. I knew they drew to Dunstan. They lost to. Yeah, they beat Eton Stannington and they lost to Garforth Town. So, yeah, like I say, it's not massively dominant by any stretch of imagination in the last few games. So hopefully,
what we'll do is, if we can, we'll just get up their form guide and have a quick look at it.
Yeah.
I think you was 100% on the money. So we've got in the last 6 games.
Yeah.
We've got a 1-0 win against Sheffield.
That's right, yeah. Forgot that.
And then we've got a 2-0 loss against Garforth.
A
1-0 win against Eton Stannington. A 3-0 loss against Cleethorpes.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. I knew they'd had another loss.
Mate, I'm looking at the I'm lagging so hard. I'm not sure why, but we'll carry on anyway. Because can you hear me properly?
I can hear you properly. I can see you properly. But yeah, it's
just lagging.
It's not very bad. Yeah, lagging slightly, but
the last 2 games they've had a 2-2 draw with Dunstan and a 0-0 with Bradford Park Avenue.
Yeah. So it's not. There's nothing suggesting that they aren't beatable by any stretch of imagination.
Well, when you look at how we played against Bradford Park Avenue, we could have easily got a point out of that.
Yeah.
Dunstan we beat. And then what else we're looking at? Cleethorpes. I think Cleethorpes are the best team in the league. I think Cleethorpes will win the league.
Yeah, I mean, a 3-0 to Cleethorpes doesn't really mean anything because, like as you've just said, Cleethorpes look like they're going to HMS Dick the league, don't they? So, yeah. But, I mean, to be fair, if you looked at where they are in league, you'd maybe have expected it being a bit tighter than a 3-0 drumming. But, like I say, recent form, it seems like they've maybe dropped off a little bit. So, hopefully, if we pull his socks up and Denny's got him in gear, we can get something from it. And it'd be a good result if we could.
Yeah, well, you look at Emley beat Heaton Stannington 1-0. Well, we did the same thing. And they lost to Garforth. We've beaten Garforth, and we didn't beat them at home. We beat them away.
Yeah.
And we've also beaten Sheffield away.
Yeah.
So for me, Ryan, and you tell me if I'm being a bit crazy and a bit too positive on this. I think this game's, and I know where Elmley are, but I think there's a good chance Bridge could get something out of this.
100%. Yeah. I mean, a draw would be fantastic. Really, I think that'd be a solid result. But I don't think there's any reason why a 2-1 Brid can't go, couldn't be in the mix or something like that. Maybe we'll just have to see.
I mean, I would love to see Brid win this, but for me, I think a draw would be great. Really,
100%. 100%.
All right. Well, what I'll do is, and by the way, people, I'm probably going to start lagging again. I'll look into what it is, but we'll bring up the league table anyway, just so we can have a look at it. Oh, hang on. Right, so let's have a look at this. That's where Emley
the
league, mate.
Emley's third, yeah.
So
Emley's third, and obviously
away from home, Emley have played 8 games and won 7 of them.
Yeah. So their away form
is mint,
and our home form
isn't great.
But I think this could be the time for the tide to turn.
I mean,
definitely.
When you look at the form wise, Emley love to go away. They love to get on the bus and go away, don't they?
They do, yeah. Yeah, but we need to make it so that they don't want to get on the bus, don't we?
Yeah, and then obviously we're sat down in 14th, which I believe, and I'm sorry for the lagging people, I'll work this out, but I believe 14th is one of the highest positions we've had this season.
Yeah, it's a solid. I know it sounds daft, but for us, the way that the games, the way we've played, and we've been so topsy turvy with results. I think 14th is a solid spot, because if we can get on a run now, turn the tables and get going, we could be well into mid-table or just above mid-table. We know not much issue, not much problem.
Well, the thing I like to see is that we are 4 points above the relegation drop.
Yeah, that's massive. That's not a win and a draw away from relegation at this stage. Isn't too bad, is it? Because let's face it, anybody can beat anybody in this league. But obviously, we lost to Ossett, didn't we? 5-2, and they were bottom of the table when they beat us. But where are unlike Ossick now, where they're still second from bottom. But anybody can have anybody in this league, barring Cleethorpes by looks on it.
Yeah. Thing I would say is as well, for me, and this look, it's not a dig at anybody or anything like this or anything like that. It's which Bridtown turns up. The Bridtown that wants to play on the front foot and gets the ball on the floor and plays it 1-2 passing, or is it going to be hoofball? And that, because for me, you can tell what kind of game Brid are going to play with in the first 5 minutes.
It's not often I'm going to say this, but they need to have a look at the video of Leeds United against Luton overnight. They were playing left to right. They were playing along the floor and making chances. And I know obviously it's completely different style of football in this league, but like it just shows that you've got to keep that ball on the ground. You've got to play it along the ground, and you've got to pass it quickly. You can't be getting the ball, having a few touches, looking for another person to pass it to. You've got to know where your next man is and where the ball's going to go.
You do, Brian. I totally agree with you. That's what gets sorted out on the training pitch, isn't it? When you're building. But yeah, but like for me, going down to the games to Queensgate, and I haven't missed one yet. Fingers crossed, because I do suffer with general anxiety disorder, and I like to put that out there because I like people to know if you're looking at this and thinking you're the only person suffering with it, you're not.
No. Well, I do, but I were massively suffocated with it for a long time, and I've just started getting better from it and improving. But yeah, like I say, we're massive advocates of mental health, and it's one of the great things that we love about Bridtown, especially with the help that they give for the community and Andy's Man Club and all that stuff.
100%.
Brilliant.
It is. It's top, and you know, if you do suffer with your mental health, you'll feel so welcome down there because they're massive advocates of, just supporting people with it, and it's a great thing. And honestly, I feel at home at Brid now, and I've only been going for maybe, I don't know, Ryan, how many times did we go last season, and then all of this season.
Yeah.
And I said to you, didn't I? I said my goal this year is to make it down to every home game.
Yeah.
And for people out there, and Ryan will tell you that was quite the task for me from where I was at.
Yeah, it's massive. Yeah,
and I love it down there. So yeah, like anybody who's watching this and thinks, oh well, I've got this, just come down anyway, because honestly, the community down there is brilliant. Like, yeah, I can't say enough about it. But let's move on to the next thing.
I was going to say, yeah, let's. I was just about to say regarding home farm and Bridlington and home. The next segment that we're going to talk about hits home on how Brid need to utilise their home advantage.
Well, I was actually going into the goal scorers for Brid and goal scorers for Emley. That's where I was going next, Ryan. Where did you?
Okay, I was going to go on to. I was going to talk about the youth that come down.
We'll do that. Well, in fact, no, because some people cut out to us. We'll talk about the youth now. Ryan, what did you want to say about it?
Just that we need to embrace the youth and the atmosphere that they generate and the enthusiasm that they're given to the ground as being absolutely nothing short of outstanding. The difference between when we first came, like at the beginning of the season, to when these young lads came and started doing their chants and banging their drum, and the atmosphere that they generated when we had away teams coming and chanting and drowning us out, and it used to piss me off because you could hear the away fans, and there weren't many of them. But now you don't hear them. You hardly hear them because our young lads bloody deafen them out, and they get in and do you know what I mean? And yeah, I know that there's maybe been out of order. There's been odd ones that have been out of order and maybe taking it too far. But let's face it, who hasn't? But like we're just about to say, this is why it's so important, and we need to drive home the fact that we need these youth ambassadors to keep tabs on them and make sure things are running smoothly. And they're not there just to dish out punishments and make sure that the kids can't enjoy themselves and chant and say what they want. They're there for the children. They're there for the young uns, and they're there to support them and to make sure that they keep coming and they keep doing what they're doing, because it's fantastic.
The ambassadors are there to just steer the kids in the right direction, not to stop them having fun. And if they want to pop the odd swear word out there, which are well-known chants within the Football League, they're not there to stop fun. What they are there to stop is to stop targeted abuse. And that's what the club needs. And let me tell you this. If you are interested in becoming a youth ambassador, not only do you get that sense of gratification that you're helping the club, you're part of that community within the club. You go away feeling like you've done something and you've got that self-esteem from doing that. There are actually also, credit to Dan Rogers, other benefits. One, if you want to commit to doing it throughout the full season, you'll get a free season ticket. Two, they will provide you with a free meal, hot meal, straight out of the snack bar, burger and chips, hot dog and chips, cheesy chips, and a burger, whatever you want, really, within reason. You'll get that. And there is something else. You get all your uniforms. So uniform, like this and the other, so you feel official. You don't feel like you're just some person off, like you will have that backing from the club. So you get a free uniform and you'll get a free drink, whether you drink alcoholic beverages or soft drinks or anything. Well, basically anything behind the bar, you'll get a free drink at the end of the game. What a fantastic incentive, Ryan.
100%, yeah, really good. And do you know what? You might look at me and think, well, why aren't you doing it? Or why is Dan not doing it? Don't get it twisted. If it weren't for the fact that I'm so invested in Seaside's TV, and obviously being a part of Seaside TV, I would do it. But I like to get around the ground. I like to see what's happening, speak to a few people. I like to stand behind dugout sometimes and listen to Gav and Denny and everything and get some insights. So that's literally the only reason why I'm not doing it, because trust, if it weren't for Seaside's TV, I would do it.
Yeah, don't see Seaside's TV is a media platform which is aimed at being positive about the club and growing the club. All right. As you can see, this is the first video tonight. I've got my new setup. We've invested in microphones.
Barring me, I'm still in Stone Age on my phone.
Yeah. Well, look, you always sound better than anybody, even with your phone. Ben's invested in getting himself a mic set up. Ben Kirkham.
Yeah.
We've got Norm coming on, and Norm loves it. And he gets the ears of all the old boys because he's been there 30, 40 years. We're here to grow the club. We're here to promote the club through good or bad. And
100%.
And try and get bums through the door. So, look, again, like Ryan said, like he would do it if he didn't have Seaside TV. I would do it as well. But look, I can't. The thing is, for me, I won't commit to something I'm not 100% confident that I can see through. Now, if a game is reliant on me being there to have the kids in attendance, best believe that'll cause me to have a panic attack. Because that's just how I'm wired.
Yeah. You don't feel you don't pressure. You don't deal with pressure well when you suffer with.
No. So what I'm saying is, anybody that's been going down there for like 10. Or no, you don't even have to be going down there for like loads of time. If you're confident, I froze again. But if you're confident in yourself and you want to just basically get the incentives and also at the same time help the club and help the youth get involved.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, even though my video has been a bit choppy today, has the audio been smooth?
Audio's been smooth.
Okay, I can live with that.
But you wouldn't think I were taking my video on the phone and yours were on a £2,000 PC, would you?
Do you know what it is? I don't think it's that. I think
No.
that is, by the way, people, that is the truth. I'm sat on about, in total, I'm sat on about, well, I'm not even going to go into it because I don't want to brag, but it's not about bragging. But I genuinely believe that the PlusNet hub is so bad that it kind of, it's definitely not the computer. It's definitely not the mic. I think it's just a weak signal from the actual modem or the hub thing to this.
So you need to change providers, Dan.
I might do. So what else have we got to look at?
You said, sorry, I digressed, but you was talking about the goal scorers and
yes. So I want people to have a look at this. Our top goal scorer, joint top goal scorers, is Danielle and Sam Leverett with 8 goals between them.
which is mental when you consider the amount of time off that Danielle's had.
Yeah. So Danielle is joint top goal scorer, even though I think he's played like 3 games.
Yeah. Which shows that we need a prolific goal scorer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because we can't just rely on Danny.
But then let me show you this. Brid needs to be worried about this guy on Saturday. They need to be really worried. Amir Birchall has scored 12 goals this season. And that is more than the top 4 goal scorers of Brid.
How many has Danny scored, did you say?
4.
Right, yeah.
Dan scored 4.
I mean, if Danny had played full matches, I wouldn't be surprised if he was up there.
No, I wouldn't. But people need to well, it's not people. The whole team and the coaching staff need to be aware that this Amir Birchall is coming in and he is on flames.
They need to have him. They need to have him on tabs. They can't be letting them walk through defence and that like they have done previously. They need to be on him.
Yeah, because look, obviously this kid knows where the back of the net is. And yeah, I mean, when you've got a player like Amir Birchall who scored 12, do you change the way you play? Do you play a 3 at the back with 2 wing backs, or do you keep with the 4? I don't know. That's up to Denny Ingram. But
I'd go with what you said, but again, we're not managers, are we? So we can't.
But believe this, you give this lad space, if he's fit, obviously I'm not in the Emley camp, you give this lad space and give him an eye on goal, he'll find the net.
He doesn't need any excuses, does he?
No.
Or any open invitations, which Brid have been quite good at giving open handouts, haven't they? Let's face it.
Yeah. So what I would say is that we're coming against a team, the third in the league. They've probably got one eye on promotion, like a double promotion, just like
100%.
Ipswich did. And they've got a prolific striker.
Yeah.
And what I don't want to be saying is on Saturday afternoon is going, oh, me and Ryan highlighted this Amir Birchall and he's got an hat trick. I don't want to be saying that. Because I think when you've got the stats in front of you, the coaching staff need to be doing something about it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that we've given you the top goal scorers, we've given you the league position, we've given you the form.
Yeah.
And we've given you the stuff about the ambassadors. And please, Mike Connolly, I know you're interested, bro. Not to like out you and stuff like that. But I'm sure you got in contact with Gavin. Anybody else? Please get in touch. Get your benefits. Gavin said to me, you know, which I've seen on the forums as well, saying, you know, maybe it shouldn't be about the benefits, but do you know what? Sometimes it is about the benefits. Like, get your free ticket, get your free burger and chips, get a free pint after it. Because guess what? You're doing something for the club, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
Any money put into a club's not a bad thing, because it's all about moving us forward. A lot of people might think like, oh, we're owned by a big outfit now that's going to plough money in, blah, 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 X, Y, and Z. But they're not going to put money in unless they see returns. And if they see that the club, that it's worth putting the money in. And by that, that's by seeing people come down, show support, spend your money, get the attendances up, and we'll keep on moving forward.
If you're happy just to change where you're sat and keep an eye and an ear on the kids, you can get in for free. You can get a free burger and chips. You can get a free pint after the game. Like, seriously, if you're one of those that just comes down and watches the game in the main stand towards the clubhouse, if you're willing to sit 20 metres the other way and just keep an eye out and keep an eye on the kids, free burger, chips, free beer, free match day ticket. It's going to cost you nothing. You're going to get fed. You're going to get a free pint. This and the other. And that's not me saying we only want those people. But look, it's a really good incentive. So if you want to do it, and you're a person of integrity, do that. Just do that. Like, honestly, please, just get in touch with Gavin Branton. You don't need his email address. You don't need his phone number. Just go down on the match day, talk to him, and it will be figured out. I mean, there will be a DBS check at some point. However, the more people we can have in this not organisation, but in this group, it can be rotated. So it won't even be, say for instance, it might be like 1 in 3 match days that they might ask you to do it. But at the same time, you're still getting loads of benefits for doing it. And it might just be 1 in 3 match days. So look, great stuff. Ryan, have you got anything else to say? Well, in fact, I'll ask you this. Give me a match prediction.
Well, I think I maybe gave it away earlier, but I'm gonna go 2-1 Brid. because I can't, and that might be. It might be 2-2. It might be, but I just don't see us stopping that Birchall from at least finding one.
Is that like you being very positive, or is that if you was putting money on it, is that what you go with?
No.
All right, I'm a little bit with Emily being third in the league.
Yeah, right. Okay then. 3-1 Emley.
No, what I'm saying is with Emily being third in the league.
Yeah. Great away form.
Yeah, a good goal scorer, amazing away form. I think if Bridge come out of this with a draw, I think it's a really, really good result.
I think 2-2 draw could be a solid result, yeah. Not just a good result in terms of points. I think a very realistic one.
Yeah.
I think that's like you said, am I thinking with my head or my heart now? My head says that, yeah, 2-2 could be a solid result. And if it depends if Danny Earl's back. I don't know if he's ready yet, but if we've got Danny Earl back, etc., then yeah.
I think he's probably still 2 weeks out, Ryan, to be honest.
I would say so, yeah. But yeah.
Right, boys, that's been Seasides TV. That's been your match preview. We'll see you down there on Saturday. Please say hi. Come have a chat with us. We're very
100%.
Please just come have a chat with us. We'd love to have a chat with all the Bridgetown fans. That's been Seasides TV, and we'll catch you at the next.